What's up, y'all? I'm glad I'm here with you, and y'all can be here with me. This is just a little rant I want to go on about how social media can affect your art. And also, let me know if y'all mess with this setup, because I want to do more videos like this where I just sit down and talk, and I don't have to do really much editing. But also, a lot of you were in the comments talking about t-shirt designs and merch. I actually got some stuff I'm working on right now, so you should follow me on my Instagram and comment down below if you would like some merchandise of my artwork. But anyway, before I get started, we gotta get in the green.
I feel it. Honestly, go. Can't say how I'm feeling inside. I wanna be sealed, but got too much pride. I wanna be sealed, but
I want to preface this by saying that I'm making this video because I actually saw someone else make one talking about, why they don't like social media and how it's affected their art. And I saw that video. I was actually watching it while I was at work, and I agreed with the video before I even watched it. And so now I'm kind of making my own one because I wanted to give my take and my journey with art and social media. I just wanted to kind of talk about it for, a period of time. And a lot of you said that you wanted to see some longer videos, so I'm just gonna be sometime, Now to start, people keep asking me, how long have I been drawing? I've been drawing for fun basically ever since I've been in school. But if you mean how long have I been taking it seriously, well, I'd say 7th grade, so like 5 years. Because that's when I decided, no, I don't want to do animation, I want to make comics. And from that day forward, I've kept all the art since then. I knew what one of the stories I wanted to write was, but I'm not writing it anymore. But from that day forward, from 5 years ago, I decided I want to make comics, I want to be an artist. I always knew I wanted to be an artist, but I made that, I was like, I have to commit to that. I have to do stuff. I had to make art. And, how do you become an artist in modern day? Well, you post on social media. And, I post whatever I made, and I'd always draw on lined notebook paper. I'd put pen, I'd put pencil on there, color with Copic markers, and then I'd post it. I could probably find the old account that I had. Which, you see all my old art, which I was very much a beginner. I was just drawing flowers and animals and stuff, which now you would almost never see me draw that because I can't. I'm not good at it. But I was always known as the art kid. But that's not really relevant to it's quite relevant to this video, because how social media can ruin your art, let me lock in, really discuss. How social media can ruin your art is, one, especially very recently, you're getting into short form content, and people aren't really following you for your art, your work, or they're just following because you did the gimmick right. You started a video off very strong, you got them very in and out quickly, and you got their click. And it can affect your artistic confidence, because now you're placing the value of a piece on how many likes it gets, how many clicks it gets. And it's quite disgusting, because it'll start to warp and transform your perspective on your own work and how you approach it. Because now, instead of making pieces that are dear to your heart, dear to your soul, the healing kind, now every drawing you're gonna make is like, oh, well, will this grab someone's attention while they're scrolling? Is this a trending topic, or is this like a trending thing? Is it funny? Is it fan art? So will it get their attention that way? Because, man, fan art gets a lot of attention, bro. But you almost hit a wall there, because it's like, you're telling me the only way to show how, my work, which is unique to myself and quite different from everyone else, is to conform and make the same work everyone else is? What? Like, that don't even make sense. You tell me I done built up years of artistic skill based off of my own life, memories, dreams, drama, and I had to curb that for attention? Like, it's so odd. I feel like a lot of people know what I'm talking about. And it can be so discouraging, especially for newer artists trying to get in, or build a following, learn some techniques, get better, because it's like, one, y'all treat beginner artists poorly, but also because you won't really get an engagement. Like, you can post on Instagram. I have like 800 followers on there. You should follow my Instagram and read E-Kings and follow my Twitter. Like and subscribe, by the way. Please comment. I'd love to hear from you. But I got 800 followers on Instagram. But, you know, if I post something, it's going to be like 20 likes. It'll be a fully finished piece. 20 likes. Maybe a comment. There's 800 of you. A 16th of you just showed up. Thumbs up, left. There is nobody on the 20 you saw that, bro. And it's like the most unexpected stuff will just pop off and get like a few more likes and something else. Like, I posted a sketch. It wasn't even really a sketch. It was like a kind of like a character design sheet I was doing for a character in my comic E-Kings, Cleo Truth. God, hella. One, it did really good on TikTok, and it did better on well, not better on Instagram, but it did better on Instagram than like my other stuff. And I'm still new to digital. And that actually brings me to another thing I want to talk about, because the only reason I do digital isn't just because of E-Kings, but because me taking photos of hand-drawn work, I kind of started to figure that was going to hold me back from, you know, getting a following. Especially since the hand-drawn stuff I was making, good, but not amazing. Because, you know, I'm not painting or anything. I'm using pens and markers. And it starts to get expensive when you're having to buy markers over and over and over. That's probably why I've made such a almost permanent leap to digital, because it's like, bro, I don't gotta buy markers. But, you know, you especially shouldn't come on social media trying to post your art if you're not confident in your work. Because one, if you're a beginner, they'll eat you alive. And second, if you're not confident in your work, you're gonna place the value of how good your work is on its interaction, how many likes, how many comments, how many shares. You're already having to warp the subject matter of your work to something quite less substantial. But now you're also having to basically just conform to trends to get on by. It's like, bro, what's even the point now? I'm not even making stuff I want. It's like now, it's like you see fan art, it's like, bro, did you make this because you like it? Or did you make it because it's gonna get you likes? And you start to realize it when, like, if it's two characters making out, oh brother, they made that because they like the show. Good on you. But you see a crossover, they either are a fan of both shows vehemently, or they know it's gonna get them some likes. Because I tried it with Adventure Time and Dungeon Meshi, but since she was hard to draw, I still didn't have a good grasp of my own art style on digital. So it was just, I just made Jake the dog eat the sandwich, bro. Maybe I'm a little salty that drawing didn't. Okay. Maybe I'm a little salty that drawing didn't pop off. It wasn't gonna pop off. It was quite a little effort. But do you kind of see what I'm getting at? You show up here, you're like, man, I'm gonna show the world my work. I'm gonna show my soul. I'm gonna show what's in here. What I can't speak on. I'll bear to them the culmination of my life experiences and my thoughts and my dreams and my ideas. I'll show them that amalgamation. I don't put it in front of them. No, Now, go make fan art, boy. That's what it feels like, you know. Oh, you thought you were gonna put your heart and soul into a piece and people would love it and tell you to get on and keep doing it? Yeah, no. Either go be funny, go make rapper fan art for the 5th time this week. And it's to the point where now I follow the artists because I was like, oh, cool, you turning, you know, cool celebrities and anime characters. But now it's like, bro, that's all you're making. Not to say it's bad, it's not to say it's bad, but it's like, I hope that this is something you genuinely like and not just you doing it because that's the only thing working. Because, like, I'll post, like, a lot of E-Kings work, but I also just kind of post whatever sketch or drawings I have. But I post a lot of E-King stuff because it's kind of the easy, it's the more versatile for me, and plus it kind of helps my studies. But also, you know, because I'm trying to promote the comic, so I kind of have to make a lot of E-King stuff. But it's like, it almost kind of forces you to conform and get locked into one thing, and that's not really what art is supposed to be. You're supposed to flourish, you're supposed to grow and change. You're supposed to get odd, you're supposed to get weird. you can't really do that there, especially now with short form content we got nowadays. And for me, I kind of understood it was gonna be hard to just build an art audience from the ground up, especially when you don't have any followers. Because if you don't have enough followers, then nobody's really gonna be hearing you. You're just gonna be shouting into an empty room. So when I first started TikTok, I made videos talking. They kind of got engagement, kind of didn't. So then I started making videos where I just lip sync or funny audio and put a caption over it that was quite bizarre, and it didn't get a click or two. They shared, put it on a friends list, all stuff like that. And so now people follow me for funny stuff. But then, I started introducing my art. When I first introduced my art to TikTok, bro, nobody was interacting, nobody cared. Especially since I wasn't doing digital at the time. And I was also in a dry spell of art. Quite the dry spell. So it just wasn't gonna work. All I could do was make TikToks, listening to audios. It was like, I don't want a community of people to just follow me for every one video that does good. I want you to be here like, hey, this is the guy for this. I want him for this content. Like, oh, this video is funny, cool. Like, the videos were blowing up, but they weren't the type of videos that had people come back to my account for more. But you gotta keep going at it, because it just takes that one time to blow up and people start standing around. Because the first time I pitched E-Kings on TikTok, bro, there was barely anyone there. There's barely any OGs, bro. But now, over 100 of y'all subscribe to E-Kings on LinkedIn. Great. I'm glad you're all reading it and loving it. But also, I'd like to say, I lost my train of thought. How could you make me forget? Oh, brother. Oh, beans. Why would you do this to me? The can is quite corrupt. I don't know why I took a deep sniff. I thought the mic would give me some train of thought. But I guess what the whole point of this video is, kind of get the emotion out. Not that this is an emotional topic, but it's something I didn't realize I could be opinionated on, and how it's connected to so many things that have happened on my artistic journey. I wanted to make a comic, but where did I get the idea for that? Social media. Why am I doing it digitally? Social media. Why was I making videos just to get laughs at people on social media? Because social media seems like a way out. Let's be honest. It seems like a way to get rich quick. That's why you see people talking about, make 5K in a month, do this, or grow your account in 2 months, and you can move out and never have to work 9 to 5 in your life. Everybody's seen those videos. And some of them can be quite helpful, but only if you want to put in the work. And that's what can cause artistic burnout, when you try to make a drawing every day, a full finished piece, just to get the clicks, bro. And now you don't like your art anymore, you don't enjoy it, and now you have to stop because you physically can't continue. And your account goes on the decline, down and down and down and down. And the longer you stay away, the harder it is to come back and pick up where you left off. Because then people are gonna be like, hey bro, who is this guy? Unfollow. That's why it's like, I at least needed one TikTok every day, just so people don't forget about me. That's why the drawing daily kind of really, because one, it helped me boom, but it also gave me something I could post every day without having to devise, oh, is this funny? Well, is this relatable enough for people to talk to me? Nah. Social media will only work for you in a good way if you are confident in your art, but also you have to kind of not give in too much. You just gonna have to accept the scraps that it'll give you, because sometimes it'll give you a good golden egg to, sink your teeth into. But if you get out there and conform, that's all you're gonna do. They're not gonna want anything out of you that you made. That's why I try to keep it me. I made that because I wanted to. I made these videos because I wanted to. Maybe I'll sit down and draw with y'all. Maybe I'll sit on this couch and talk to you. Maybe I'll give you advice. Maybe I'll go through another sketchbook tour. I have like 5 years worth of drawings to go through that I can just show you all. And I also do a lot of things with my artwork so that I don't get tired of one thing. If I'm not doing a comic this day, I can do a quick study. I'll sit down and just draw what's in front of me and do a color study. I could. Maybe just work on like a t-shirt design. You should also tell me in the comments if you want one so I can, start making them. I want to sell at least 3. this isn't really much of a community. At least it doesn't feel like it. It feels like a bunch of people that have the same label. And so they have the same interests. But it's not a community. And like, you get on art YouTube and it's like, bro, half these videos aren't even like people drawing. They're gossiping. And I'm not saying I ain't good for a good old discussion. I'm nosy, so I do watch those videos and it's like, bro, everyone here is an artist, but I don't see a pen in sight. A pen, a brush, nothing. But I say, I mean, duh. If you are good at art, bro, there's usually something there that is very extreme or quite thorny. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe there's an event that permanently stuck them to this path, you know, or damage so dastardly inflicted on them that this is the only way they can express. That's not to say all artists and players torture people, but they're usually good because this is the only way they can express that one thing without it just corrupting them on the inside out. So now you have people who are damaged. So some of them are already perfectionists with their own work. And I have a system that only rewards consistency, conformity, and what's the third C, you may ask? I'm asking myself too, because I made it up on the spot. Rewards, I forgot both C's. Conformity. We're going to pretend I said 3 C's, but you get what I'm saying. You got a bad brew. You got people that want to impress people and make sure that their pieces are perfect. You got an algorithm that does not care for that. Who cares that you put your heart and soul into that piece? You get 13 accounts that have witnessed it. No one else. After those 13 accounts, no one else is going to even know that you posted it. Now you're placing the value of your pieces on how they did on social media. Now you don't want to draw as much because it's not going to be as good. It's not going to be any interaction. Now you're in an art block and now you can't even sit down and make pieces. Now you're not even drawing at all. Now you've gone months at a time not drawing. And you try to sit down and draw again because you based your identity as the art kid. But now you can't make any art. So what are you? That's literally what I went through before I had my revival in January. Literally. There was a few months span I wasn't making no art. People had forgotten I was an art kid, bro. I was just some guy that made videos on the internet. But I portray myself to the world as an artist that I'm not. Like, the only two parts of my identity that matter to me vehemently is that I am an artist and that I'm black. But me being a guy, that's not really a thing. I'm something. Me being a guy is like DLC, you know what I'm saying? That came last. But my art and my ethnic identity are two of the things that I put at the forefront that matter to me the most. Everything else, it's what it is. It doesn't really, I don't really care. It will come up when it comes up. It will matter when it matters. Why did I bring those two things up? You may be wondering. I am too, because I tangent a lot. But I think I probably brought those up because it probably had to do with identity and how they can, come out in work. Those two things do come out in work. I remember now because I was basing my identity off of being the artist. You will be cooked because now it's like, bro, my work isn't good, so I'm not good. It literally is a threat to your ego. Now your ego's cooked. You don't know what to do. So I really had two options. Either I was going to find a new purpose in life, or I was going to block in and get better at art. And it was a slippery slope because I almost didn't do it. But changing mediums helped me out because I was getting tired of the medium I was doing. I didn't like my art style, and I wasn't doing as good as I used to. Like, bro, the stuff I made 2 years ago was great. Why is the stuff I'm making right now worse? It's been 2 years. I should be far better. I am now though, but back then, I had a lot to learn. And since at that time I was not confident in my art, I was not going to do good on social media. It was only going to mess me up more when it came to my artistic romance, But I learned now. Say is, We need more artists, and I feel like the reason why these algorithms and the circumstances can be difficult for artists to branch out is because this world does not value art like it used to. It's only when we look at history and how it affects people that maybe art comes into play. But I think we just live in a society that values the worst kind of human traits, the destruction of it all, instead of the creation and the process of making. That's why I encourage you all to draw, not make full finished pieces. You don't want burnout. But, make a little doodle every day. Make a little something. Bestow creativity into the world as you have been created. You are just a facet of the universe experiencing itself. So create a new experience. And I want people, maybe people that have never drawn or painted in their life to give it a try. Recommend it to someone. Get them into art. That's what I want to do with this channel. I want more people creating instead of having to face the difficulties of the current society we live in with no support or crutch. And I'm trying to use social media as a way to introduce people, but it can also discourage people from making and sharing. But maybe this video can relieve some of the feelings and say, hey, I feel the same way, so it's not just me, it's not just my art. So maybe you can find solace in that. Hope that's really what this is for. The sketchbook tours are longer because I had a lot more to talk about, but since this is just a little rambling, I don't want to continue on longer than I had to and waste your time. So what I will say is, please like the video, subscribe, turn on that bell so that you'll know when I post, and please comment your thoughts. I'd love to hear how you've been affected by how art has affected your social media. I'd love to hear if you would like a t-shirt design, not a t-shirt design, but a t-shirt of my art on it, because I am working on design. I just gotta start making them. Let me know how your artistic journey has been. I actually love to read about it and reply to some of the comments. I read them in my spare time, and I'll say, it doesn't matter. You gotta make your daily do. You gotta get in the grind. I do appreciate you.
Honestly, go. Can't say how I'm feeling inside. I wanna be sealed, but got too much pride. I wanna be sealed, but I'm really healed. Don't really like healed, but I tell you I tried. I did everything else but cry. I done smoke all my weed, young nigga on fried. You can see all this shit in my eye.